Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are going to be taking a look at r/DIY. That's Y spelled with a WHY. You know that because you clicked on the title of the video. I don't need to explain it to you. This is basically a subreddit. It's kind of like awful taste but great execution, except the great execution is usually absent as well. It's usually just awful taste, awful execution. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that, as always, I will be live on Twitch on Thursday, so do come check that out. It's always a good time, so I look forward to seeing you there. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Found in a hotel in Erfurt. I don't know what to think of this. And it's... so it's some flip-flops made of bread. This is one of those crafts that, you know, you go around like a friend's house and you see something like that on their wall and they're like, oh, this piece of artwork, I made it. You probably couldn't tell because it looks so great, but I actually made this. And you're like, no, I could tell. I could tell very much that you made that. The timing chair, the most uncomfortable looking chair I have ever seen. It's up for sale, not conversation. Please don't message me just to talk about it. Nowhere in this listing does it say seeking attention or conversation or random smartass comments. Thank you. 5 foot long, 32 inches tall, 34 inches wide, 23-inch wide seat, 28-inch high backrest. Made from mixed timing chain, roller chain, pipe, unistrut, and turnbuckles. About 20 hours in fitting and welding. 4 pounds of wire holding it together. Stainless steel cup holders. Big enough for tall boys and Yeti mugs. Bring help loading. Some bitch is heavy AF, but has functioning wheels. So not only is it's kind of ugly, it's pretty ugly, let's be honest, and also the yellow wheels are a choice. They kind of make it look like a child's toy, but all I can think of when I see this, one, them being like not up for discussion, is like, what if I want to ask questions about what the chair's like before I buy it, like any reasonable person? But I have long hair. You might have noticed this chair would be hell on earth to sit in for me. It would be actual hell. I can imagine that every time I move or try and stand up, my hair's just gonna get ripped out. No thanks. Right, this next one's a video, and we've got a few videos like this where basically I'm gonna probably chop this up and paraphrase because this is like a 3-minute long video, and I'm not gonna subject you guys to sitting here for 3 minutes to watch a shit craft. So I'm gonna skip through it for you guys. I'm gonna watch the whole thing myself. So she's got a balloon on her foot and they're filling it up with water. Where could this be going? Okay, they put a box around it. They're creating a mold around the balloon. Foot removed. Balloon removed. Gips. I don't know what gips is. Is it like a clay or like a plaster of some kind? What is that? Plastic. So they melted plastic all over it. They're now putting a tube on it, filling it with like expanding foam. I don't know what's going on, guys. I do not know what's going on. Melting holes in it. Cool. Again, why? Dipping it in Farber, or I mean, it just looks like silicone. Right. They put it on a bunch of bolts, and they're filling it with more what looks like silicone, but probably isn't, I'm guessing. What? Oh, they're removing the bolts. Now it's full of ugly holes. They're filling the holes. They're not clean holes anymore, though. Oh, it's UV resin. Cool. That just looks like PVA glue. Oh, it's fabric glue. Okay. What are they making? Like a really ugly lamp? They're wrapping it in tube, in piping now, and filling the pipe with more Farber. They didn't even get the Farber all the way through the pipe. It's a shoe. It's a shoe. Those are the ugliest shoes I've ever seen, dude. What? No, stop it. Stop. Huh? What? I don't... They look like fluffy pink mushroom shoes with pipes, and I don't know. I don't know. The glitter is not sealed. It's a sink made of sandpaper. That's an ugly sink. I mean, it's an ugly sink as is, but the glitter not being sealed on top of that? Nah, I'm alright. No, I'll pass on that. I don't want that sink. That's okay. I like at least cover it in something like smooth. One, so you're not getting glitter everywhere, and two, so that you're not like, so you can clean it with a cloth without it just ripping all the fibers out of the cloth. It's just not a good idea. Just don't use glitter in a sink. Also, just none of the lines are clean. It looks so messy. It just doesn't look good. Custom handmade chairs and tables. Up for sale are some wooden handmade chairs and tables made from wooden tires. I once made a table out of some tires. Took me ages. Took a good year or two to make. But all jokes aside, those chairs are not going to be comfy to sit on. Tires are not wide enough for chairs. That's gonna hurt. I can already feel that hurting. Also, they're curved. How do you sit on these comfortably? The table is fine. I got nothing against the table. I wouldn't personally have it, but it's fine. But the chair, they need seats on the chairs. If you put seats on top of the tires, then fine. They'd be fine. But as is, that's not comfy. Unless they're huge tires and the scale is just like, you just can't tell the scale in this picture. I don't even know why, how did this happen? Who let this happen? The bit on the top of the door is clearly, it wasn't just cut out that shape. They stuck that on top of the door because you can see the seam, which means they added that there. And then was the lintel built like that first? And then they were like, oh, well, we need the door to fill it. Or did they build the lintel after they added a bit to the door? I have questions. Right, we've got another craft. This one, it's only a minute long, but I'll still paraphrase it a little bit for you guys. Because again, you don't need to sit through the whole thing. Sand. He's drawing a shape. Plastic bottles. Good, lots of plastic. Foam. Right, so he's built like a bottle raft. He's wrapping it in cling film. Jesus Christ, the amount of single-use plastics in this video. And then foam mats, more single-use plastics, which he just melted to put a refrigerator in there. He's making a foam ring. It's not a very circular ring. Tape. Was he making like a paddle out of PVC pipe and tape? What was the ring for? He's making a homemade tin anchor, more PVC pipe to put an umbrella in. Okay. Was the foam ring he made meant to be like one of those life rings? I probably didn't paraphrase this one because it went by quite fast. You probably just got the whole video. So it's a microplastic raft. It's a raft designed entirely to leach microplastics into your environment. Pretty much every single step in this, bar the wood boards, was plastic in some form. Great. Everybody needed... I can't imagine that the materials to make this were even that much cheaper than getting like a cheap little dinghy or boat. You know, you can probably get some fairly cheap little rafts or boats nowadays. Suitable home design. Love the idea. I do not love this idea. This is like a dystopian view on like how to fit more people into a small area. Let's make everyone live in shipping containers. I'm alright, thanks. Also, what was the purpose of tipping it up and adding the stairs? Surely you have less room because it's tipped up like that. Like, I guess it makes it more vertical. It separates the living spaces a bit, but there's not enough room for anything here. You have a bedroom and you have a living room. There's no kitchen. There's no bathroom. This isn't a good idea. Renovations done to a 500-year-old tower. Would you not even try and match the color? Like, just a little bit? Instead of making it look like some rando's like summer house extension. It looks bad. It looks bad. Like, at least have made it gray. I could have maybe let it off if it was gray, you know? And the renovations were done to a damaged area or an area that needed expansion for practicality. But the light blue, like plastic laminated wood lining doesn't look good. It really doesn't. Also, because it's like barely sloped, they had to add like guttering and stuff. Like, it doesn't drain off properly, clearly, but it is slightly sloped. Like, it's distinctly not straight, which just makes it look wonky. They wanted it to look flat, but didn't want it to be fully flat so that it just collects water, but didn't commit to the slope, which would have looked better in this instance. Just bad. It's just bad. Right, this next one's another 3-minute one. I'll try and paraphrase, but it depends on how fast they go. I'm not going to tell you what this one is to start with. You'll just have to find out. So to start with, we're putting some like expanding foam or something on top of the car. Then we're drilling bolts into the car, cutting off the tops of the bolts, bending the bolts back, wrapping the bolts in wire for some reason. Cardboard. Nice. Perfect. Duct tape that cardboard to the car. Do it. Fill the cardboard with more foam. More cardboard on top of the foam to turn it into... Are they making a spoiler? Are they making an expanding foam spoiler? Oh, it looks hideous. Okay, they're cutting it down to shape, smoothing it down a little bit. Just a little bit though, not much. I really hope they sand it. Okay, he's got a scraper. That's good enough, I guess. The shape of it is so bad. It's not clean. Covering it in putty to smooth it because it's hideous. Clearly not doing a very good job though. Are they using the car's tire to power that sander? You know, you can get electric plugs to put in your car to power it with electricity instead of draining your tire. That tire's so flat. Okay, they're painting it. Did they actually match the shade of the car though? It's hard to tell on the video. No, I don't think they did. I don't think it's a perfect shade match. And they're using a spray paint can for that yellow line. Just spray paint from a can. That doesn't... Look how unsmooth that is. They didn't smooth it down at all. That's so ugly. That's so ugly. Also, it's just a fucking VW. Why do you need a spoiler? That's so bad. That's so bad, dude. Oh, that kind of car doesn't need the downforce from a spoiler, especially an ugly one. God, that was awful. That was terrible. And the final post. I really hope that this is a joke and not serious, but it is a thing that was made. Made a barbecue out of an old drum. I'm hoping this one will last longer because plastic doesn't rust like metal. I hope that this is a meme. I really hope this is just a meme. Plastic, you're right. Plastic doesn't rust like metal. It also doesn't do well with heat. So we're gonna see how that goes after the first barbecue. And that's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. Oh boy. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below. Or equally, you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. A huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful, amazing YouTube members and patrons that do support me. It genuinely means so much, and it genuinely helps so much. So thank you to everybody that does. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.